This is the Sacramento River as it flows past the River Ranch neighborhood. It's a quiet, residential stretch of water where roughly 100 families have built their homes. For the people living here, the value of the land is tied to the wildlife, like this bald eagle perched along the bank. On the 90 acres directly adjacent to these homes, you're more likely to spot a wild turkey than any kind of industrial activity. This investigation is brought to you by Shasta Unfiltered. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit our website to support honest local news. That serene environment is exactly why the arrival of a massive government project has triggered a unified and aggressive community revolt. The tension reached a peak on July 6, 2026. Vice Mayor Dr. Paul Dhanuka spent 2 hours facing a room of residents who were tired of waiting for answers. Dozens of families, including children, stood at the microphone to explain why they are terrified of a 1,200-bed correctional campus being built directly on their fence line. This raises a question that local officials haven't been able to settle. How did a peaceful riverside neighborhood become the center of a high-stakes legal battle over a mega jail? The level of outrage seen at these meetings is the direct result of a local government process that residents say was broken and kept in the shadows. The conflict began in September 2025 when the City Council approved a $1 land lease. At the time, it was presented as a small-scale alternative custody program for lower-level offenders. But the project didn't stay small. Over the following months, county officials expanded the concept into a massive corrections and rehabilitation campus, including plans for a full-scale jail facility, without a clear public explanation for the change in scope. To move the project forward, the city bypassed a full environmental impact report. They used a categorical exemption to skip the rigorous review process usually required for 90 acres of sensitive land. In response, the River Ranch Neighborhood Association sued in February 2026. They are asking the court to vacate the lease and force a proper environmental review. By choosing to bypass the public review process on such a massive riverside development, local officials effectively forced the community into the courtroom to get the transparency they were denied. During the July town hall, the focus shifted from the legal process to the physical reality of the East Side Road site. The neighborhood relies on a single main road for access, and that road is frequently blocked by these railroad tracks. Residents argue that adding a high-capacity jail facility to this bottlenecked road creates a dangerous trap. In the event of a fire or flood, emergency evacuations would be nearly impossible. The county has other options, like sites near Clear Creek, yet they haven't explained why those safer alternatives were rejected in favor of a residential backyard. Then there is the data. Similar programs show a dismal 8% success rate, leaving a 92% recidivism rate. And documents reveal 60% of participants would be imported from across California, not from within Shasta County. Vice Mayor Dhanuka noted that the city's role was limited to leasing the land. The actual project and the decision to import offenders is being driven by Sheriff Michael Johnson. For a neighborhood that expects local public safety to prioritize local residents, importing hundreds of high-risk individuals into a program with a 92% failure rate feels less like a solution and more like an added risk. What began as a local neighborhood dispute is now reshaping the regional political landscape. The recent primary elections saw the defeat of District 1 Supervisor Kevin Cry, a key proponent of the project. Meanwhile, in District 5, a runoff election looms as voters react to the project's handling. Ignoring community concerns and bypassing transparency has consequences. In Shasta County, a single land lease has become the issue that cost local leaders their seats. In August, the county's nearly $200,000 architectural investment will face a mobilized neighborhood association that is now armed with legal representation and active settlement negotiations. Public safety infrastructure is a necessity, but when it's built in the shadows and forced into the wrong location, the community will fight back every time. Visit ShastaUnfiltered.com to follow the upcoming August hearings. Like, share, and subscribe to stay informed on the stories that shape the North State.